My name's Elanor and I'm on fashion in my third year now at University of Derby, and my placement was at a company called Motor Direct, working specifically with a brand called RST. So I knew I wanted to do the placement before even coming to university. I think it's a good way to get experience before you graduate, which will help you get a graduate role. So I always knew I wanted to do it, and then when I finished my second year of work, I just didn't feel ready for the challenge that third year was going to be. So I wanted to gain more experience and have more time before going back to do my third year. Yeah, so initially my manager came in to do a talk at the university to promote the internship places. And from that, it was a case of sending in CV, sending in your portfolio. It was a really nice interview process because I got brought in for sort of an informal one-to-one chat. And then from that, I was given a brief to complete. It was just a designer t-shirt and tech pack with that. So I really enjoyed doing that brief, and then went back for a further interview with my manager and the managing director of the company. Because it's a small company, at first hearing the term managing director can be a bit, it's a bit scary, but it was really relaxed interview, and it felt more like a chat, and they just went through my work, so it was a nice interview process. I was given a lot of responsibility. I sort of came into the company at a time where a lot of change was happening. So my manager was going off on maternity leave, and the other intern at the time was going back to complete a third year at uni. So I was there for about 6 months, and my manager left for maternity, and then the other intern went back to university, so she was only there part-time. So it was me on my own in the office a lot of the time. There was 2 other managers within the team, but they worked away from the office, so they're only in every now and again. So I was really trusted to be getting on with the work, to be really proactive and seeing what needed to be done, and sort of managing my own workload. So it was challenging, but it was definitely a good experience. It's definitely helped. I think just the whole experience helped me, because I've seen actually how much time you need to do things, where I wouldn't have I've left things to the last minute in second year, and now I'm a lot more proactive in my workload, seeing what needs to be done, and I don't want the last minute stress of deadlines. I'd rather plan it out like you would treating your degree like a 9-to-5 job. It helps you get the workload done easier, and that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned. I'd probably say the most exciting thing I've done is I got to go to a trade show in Milan. So I was there for about 2.5 days, and it was just a really good experience. It was tiring, but just seeing the industry from a distance perspective was really good, and meeting with fabric suppliers, and generally having a look at the market that surrounds trade shows was really exciting, and obviously being in Milan was really nice. So my placement really helped my career prospects. I was offered part-time work in my final year at uni, and then also I've got a graduate role for when I return, so it's really helped me plan what I'm doing after uni, especially as someone who didn't know what they wanted to do when they finished uni. It's nice to know that you've got a role to go into. I'd say be open to all opportunities. So I never ever thought I'd be working for a motorcycle clothing company, having no interest in motorcycles. But it's definitely, when you're looking for placements and you're looking for roles, I'd say don't turn anything down because it might not be something that right now you're interested in or you've not thought of before. I'd probably say vital. Without this placement experience, I wouldn't have got a graduate job, and I wouldn't have been a lot more confident in my third year. So yeah, definitely vital.